Well, howdy, hey, welcome back to Pacific Northwest Gold Rushers. I'm Jeff, amateur prospector, and this is Gold Rush 23. I got my Lucky Panning shirt that my Nikki gave to me. I was going to go upriver this weekend. They did go down a little bit, but they went a little bit back up last night, so I decided after last week, I'm going to give it one more week to go down. It was a real battle. But what's been driving me nuts is that black sand. Those 2 buckets of black sand I got. I'm kind of excited to see what I could do to recover it. I watched Uncle Jimmy's Out West video where he was doing some Cape Disappointment black sand and everything. But all week I'm trying to think, what could I do to get the gold? I had some comments that said the gold wheel works. I played around with the setup with that. My neighbor's moving around some cars because we got some gravel coming in. But let me show you. So this is my Frankenstein rig. Alright, so we'll start it off with the keen. So the keen, I haven't even got any water in here yet. I'm going to run it through the keen as slow as possible. Now I wasn't going to use my backpacking sluice because I know you guys are going to laugh. This is not beach mining stuff, but I had to do it because my Bigfoot flange wasn't wide enough to get in, so I was trying to think how I could funnel it. But again, I'm taking 2 huge buckets of black sand, and if I can get it down a little bit, then run it through the gold wheel. So it's I know you guys probably laughing at me, but I think it's going to work. I hope. It's kind of like teetering a little bit, but we're going to see. I can't help it. I was like, all week on my route, I'm watching the rivers, of course. Again, they dropped about a foot from last week, and that's the main reason. If it would have went way down, I would have been out there in a heartbeat. But I'm really curious about this black sand. I was just going to do it all in the gold wheel, and I have it, but and I did actually do a small tablespoon in that small little cleanup pan last weekend, and I had 3 flakes in 1 tablespoon. So yeah, this is probably when I turn it on, it's just all going to fall apart. It's like I had to raise it up, had to have enough slope. So this may be a comic relief video, I don't know. But I'm kind of excited to see if there's any gold. So let's see what we can do. I think it will work. It's because of the shirt. Thanks, Nikki. Gold Rush 23. Howdy. Well, I would say, oh, it's running good, but I don't know. But we got her set up. First test, I still got a little bit of leakage down here, but at first it was just going, because again, that's bigger than that. But it seems all right. Now this is just going to have a ton of concentrates. I know that. It looks like that side's got to come up just a little bit. I turned the water down. I've got good flow here. Down here, I don't know. Maybe I need to go a little steeper on that one. And I got even it tilted down a little bit different. So Actually, what I'm going to do is, and again, it's feeding into my concrete tub, and I know, looks like I might have put a little bit too much Chet Dry in there, but I don't know. I was going to wet this stuff down, but really it's going to go on here and then chamber into there anyway. So, all right, first black sand running through Frankenstein. I guess it'd be the Keen backpack Bigfoot monster. Oh yeah, that might be. Well, that goes a lot faster than you guys do it. Okay. So, I don't know. Let's see what it's doing. Well, it didn't take long to get black sand into things. And then it feeds into an indicator mat. It will build up here. I know that. Minor moss will catch almost anything and everything. My makeshift funnel feeding it into the Bigfoot. So right now, I have no idea what I'm doing. It seems like it's got enough water. I think I just might need a little more pitch on the backside, just because of these last ones here. I think, and I have another inch I can go up, so I'm gonna adjust that. And throw another scoop in and see what it does. I don't care. I'm gonna catch some gold. Gold Rush 23. Howdy. All right, just an update. So I've gotten through about half of that bucket. Still kind of playing around because I don't know what I'm doing. The water flow in the Bigfoot looks good, and it is swirling and exchanging. Of course, the Frankenstein Sluice, you can see it's working and it's catching, and it is building up here considerably, but it's still flowing over. The Keen, what I do is, here, I'll show you. So I just take a scoop. So, and then, these indicators don't really work. I'm sure there might be gold in here or here, but it's more just mixing everything. But, so what I've been doing is watching until it completely clears out of the expanded steel there. And then you can see it's built up here. Now I did stick my fingers in here and they're not hard packed. But then it worked its way down here. Now it is packed up here. I mean, this is all black sand right here. But it's still cascading over. The ripples are still, and they're not hard packed either. You can see right there, they're not hard packed. So they're still working their way over the riffles and then working their way into the Bigfoot. This Bigfoot I haven't used very much, so I don't really know. The hard part about these mats is they got these weird colors on them, and you can't really, with the water flowing, even see the black sand. But my buddy upriver, Rick, he swears by them. He says it will catch them. I don't know. Obviously, you guys can see I'm not set up for beach mining. But I'm trying to be patient and not feed it too fast and give it things a chance to clear out. Like you can already see up here, there's no more buildup. All the riffles here are still starting to work their way cleaner as you work down. And the same with here, there's less. So I kind of put 2 scoops in, kind of wait for it, trying to be patient. And so what I'm really waiting for is this sluice to give it time to make sure everything's, well, I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about, because black sand to me is difficult, because you're kind of working blind. So it's not going anywhere, even if it all goes into that tub and I don't get a speck out of anything. We can go to plan B or something and try it there. Like I said, it's not going anywhere. I know there's gold in it. So it's just a waiting game. Kind of excited though to see, but I'm trying to be patient. Beautiful day though. Nice little breeze sitting in the shade here. I still get to listen to the water flow. So back at it. Gold Rush 23. Alrighty, just an update. Okay, and it's working like a Frankenstein. I did actually raise it up a little bit, and I ever so slightly, looks like I gotta lower this side down a little bit, but it is exchanging. It's just black sand. And again, everything I'm doing here is actually based off of videos I've watched of all of you. So once it gets through the keen, and you can see here, it is, you know, of course building up the black sand, but it is carrying down. And I even have black sand down here now. And oh yeah, there's black sand in those, and I actually can see that one turning. I don't know. Kind of funny. I'm beach mining in my backyard. Oh, this is hilarious. I'm going to have so much cons. Now, I'm trying to remember you guys' beach mining videos. You know, I watch them, and I know you guys go really slow. So I'm trying to follow that. So I'm kind of like trying to wait. You know, and I do have, you know, this lip here always catches stuff. You know, you can't help it. But even doing that, you can see it's working itself. It's pretty much level. Whoa. Yeah, a speck of gold right there. That's a nug. That's a beach nug. Gold Rush 23. Okay, well, I got the first bucket done. I'm going to go ahead and kill the power here and see what I see. I gave it a few minutes to run. But I kind of also down here, you know, I get a backup. I kind of clean that out and let it kind of work its way over the sluice. Still kind of feeding a little bit, but I want to see what the sluices are looking like before I start. Wow, look at all that just back up right away. I'll start with the big foot here. I don't know. I don't know, maybe I should have left the water running, but right now, there's no sense even looking in that. I'm not going to see anything. I know I'm not going to see anything there because I kind of brushed it. It looks like there's a speck of gold right there. I'm hoping most of the gold is up there, but it looks like a speck right there. But again, I don't know. There's gold there. There's gold there. And a question running through my head is, one, setting this up is a pain in the butt because it leaks so much water. I feel like in the olden days where you put pots and pans under where all the water's leaking. Minor moss will always catch the most, but you're going to have a lot of cons. So I think, I don't have my readers on, but that might be gold right there. That's my backup. Well, technically the bend's my backup. That is definitely gold. I can see it. There's gold right there. That's a larger, that's a nug. So, I don't know what I'm doing. A lot of this is because of your guys' videos. I don't know. I'm just tinkering around, having fun. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know, my gold wheel, I'm planning on, because I know I'm going to have a lot of cons. I'm planning on taking all the cons from this and putting it through my gold wheel on a very, very, very low setting. The sand is really black. I know it looks blonde there, but I mean, as you're scooping, it's really black. So, still just a very relaxing day. Nice and cool. These might be packing it. No, not really. Looks like they backed up. That's what I was worried about. That's packing up. That's the very top. That's definitely gold. Nothing on the indicator map, but there might be a speck there. I didn't really expect. There's a speck right there, because this black sand was all the way up to here. There's another speck right there. You get it under the water. Oh yeah. So I kind of let the sluice do the stuff, and then my backup Bigfoot with the dream mat. The dream mat, I have no clue. I don't know that. Maybe that's gold. I'm hoping not to see anything down here. So for a Frankenstein sluice, I think there's gold. For a Frankenstein sluice, you know, my mighty keen, I know this black sand's just going to overload it. So I have it set I'm trying to give it time to keep the gold and feed but I know I'm going to lose it. So again, here's a serious backup. But again, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, so I got another backup, and I just hope at least I get a decent recovery. But kind of exciting. I was going to clean it out after one, but when I shut it down here and saw that the ripples are not packed hard like concrete. So now I am going to tell you, when I start things up, I always put a pan underneath the back so that rush, in case it does wash something out, I catch it and then I'll rerun it. So I'm going to get back running again, back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Well, howdy hey. Alrighty, well, just got the last of the second bucket in. It's still kind of cleaning itself out. Got a little something in there. So I'm going to let it run for a couple minutes. I did have a foobar. My ground came loose on my battery. And so I accidentally stepped on the wire and it shut off and then surged, so hopefully I didn't lose anything. But other than that, I am going to take a small sample of my concrete bin in here that is full. And then I have to shovel all that back into the buckets just in case. And then we're going to do a cleanup. To be honest, I don't even know what to expect. This is all uncharted territory for me. You guys that do beach mining, you got a lot of patience, I'll tell you that. You also have the right equipment, which I don't. This is a complete Frankenstein here. I'm just hoping all my flows are good. Hoping that dream mat works. I know miner moss works, but I'm going to have a lot of tailings. But I'm going to go ahead and while this is cleaning out, get my gold wheel ready, and we're going to go from there. It's going to be interesting to see. Go Rush 23. Well, howdy hey. Well, I shoveled out my concrete bin and it was packed full hard. And I went ahead and I'm just putting it in this tub. There's still, of course, water in it. I originally filled a pan, my super sluice up. I did a small shovel full, and I was going to test it, but I'm like, why bother? It ain't like I can do anything about it. But so now I got some clean water in the tub. I'm going to take these apart one at a time. I did see where right there and right there. Right there, some really small microscopic gold. I haven't really looked at McKean yet. But this is one of those cleanups. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know. Again, it's a whole new respect for, let's see, anything in that? I don't think so. The water moves too fast over this and then mixes in there. So, got my gold wheel set up. Going to have a lot of cons. But, it's a beautiful day. I'm thinking with this dream mat, I think when I do this clean out, I'm going to go ahead and put those cons in my super sluice and just see if it's catching anything. Because there's no hurry. It's just a relaxing day. So, let's see if the dream mat caught any of this ultra fine, super tiny flower gold. Beach gold. Gold Rush 23. Howdy. Alright. I went ahead and I panned down, quick panned. I mean, all I did was shake it and try to pull it back, see if I could see any gold. I think I saw maybe one or two specks that are back in the tub, but other than that, nothing. Nothing at all. So that tells me either there's no gold in the sand, or the dream mat wasn't catching it, or, obviously, it's all up in those two. I don't know. This is all new, and so there is a lot of black sand, So I'm glad I got the gold wheel set up. I'm going to go ahead and clean out the backpack and sluice with the miner moss as well as the keen. Get it all into this tub and dumped into my super sluice here, and then we're going to feed it through the gold wheel. So. I don't know. Maybe I just got lucky and saw gold in the pan when I tested it. I know for a fact I got a couple. I mean, I'm talking like, what did somebody say it was? Like gnat poop or whatever. Tiny flakes in that indicator mat. So I know I'm going to have something. Whether it's worth the time to haul out, because that black sand was so heavy. I put it in that tub, and I was going to pick it up and carry it over there, and I was like, nope, I'm just dragging it because it's well over 100 pounds. You know, those 2 buckets were well over 100 pounds. That was like dragging a dead body. So let me get this cleaned up, and if I see anything interesting, I'll let you know. Gold Rush 23. Howdy, Abe. Welcome back. All right, well, I got all my sluices packed back up. Well, they're drying out right now. Got my jet sled drying out. Everything else kind of just making sure it ain't wet before I store it. And here's a boatload of cons. So I'm going to get my gold wheel circulating. I'm going to adjust it I'm going to still have a lot of black sand. But I don't even know if that was even worth my time, but I enjoyed it. It's still just a perfect day. It's nice and sunny. I'm a guy who likes to sit in the shade on a warm day and look out at the sun. I said it before, I'm more of a walrus. But there's just a nice breeze. It's just a nice relaxing day. And I'm excited to see what's in there. Let's get this baby rolling. Find that nug. Gold Rush 23. Okay. Well, got it all in there, and I still got more to do because, as you can see, I'm allowing the black sand to get all the way up to just before the last one. So I'm going to let this finish doing its job. I'm sure I'm missing gold. I got a lot of black sand in that cup. There's a nice breeze coming through. But to go from, you know, that was that full up here to just 1/4 or 1/3 of that little tiny cup, I can work with that. Hopefully I'm catching it though. Works its way up. I'm waiting to hear a clink. I guess it's a plastic cup. It wouldn't really make a sound if there's a nug in there. So let's let it finish doing its thing, and then we'll pan her back. Gold Rush 23. Well, howdy, hey. Okay, so I got my gold wheel all packed up, everything in here. So out of those 2 buckets, which were 80% full of black sand, running through 3 sluices that are not designed for beach sand, I Frankensteined them together, then took the cons and put them through my gold wheel, and this is what I got left in my SP14. And I'm kind of curious. I'm just going to do this until I see if there's even any gold in there at all. Because again, I test panned and found some flakes, but my sluices might have just dumped it right back into the concrete bin there. Oh, okay. So that didn't take long. So I'm going to adjust this. So right now, right away, I mean, we've got tiny, tiny, tiny little gold. And oh, there's a speck there too. I mean, these are absolutely specks. And I'm going to, oh, I got some up there. I mean, I got 2, 4, 6, well, I got my reading glasses on so I can see. There's got to be just in that little tiny, this is how small they are. There's at least 20 to 30 gnat poops. I mean, I don't even, what's the smallest insect out there? These are so small. But it's now been a few hours, and just to see, I mean, that is small. unbelievably small. I'm so happy because you guys have these silicone mats, all these fancy stuff for the beach sands, and I don't have it. I literally was winging it, and I don't care. I'm that way. I'm gonna try anyway. So just to see that I actually have gold. Now I'm excited to see just how much. So to see those tiny little dots. And remember, I checked. Now I did it fast, but I checked the dream mats. That was the third sluice, and I didn't see anything. But that doesn't mean I didn't wash something down. So that if in fact that is true, that makes me even happier, because that means the majority of it got caught in my mighty keen wash plant or my backpacking sluice, which everybody knows minor moss and those hard riffles catch the most. You just end up with a lot of cons. And but I have the gold wheel, and don't get me wrong, it's not done with that, because that black sand that I did clean off the tub, that black sand is going to go into something, I don't know what, for a rainy day blue bowl action. And probably won't bore you with that one in a video, maybe just a quick short video or something, just to show you all them micro nugs. But let me get this pan back and show me. This is when it gets exciting. Back in a bit. Gold Rush 23. Oh my God, I had to stop. This is so exciting. This could be a game changer for the months where we all go through waiting to be able to get out there. But I'm going to show you, and again, it's only a couple minutes past my last section here, and it's incredible. It's like I gotta say, I'm so glad I did a pan last weekend when I was with Lise, because this is something I've always wondered. And so this is like almost kind of like a bucket list thing. If this pans out, which we'll see here, it's going to take a little bit because I got to go really slow. If this works out, every time I go, and or Rich and I go, and I bring back a bucket or two, if we see a thick deposit of black sand, and we bring back a bucket or two, oh my God, I could run that. I just have to, I'm going to have to buy more buckets. Back in a bit. Oh, there's 23. Howdy, welcome back. I finally got it done, and I got to say, I am pleasantly surprised. I have never gotten this small a gold with just, I mean, I have captured this small a gold before, but not just this small a gold. This opens up a whole new option of every time we go out, maybe bringing back a bucket of black sand, if we find it, and store it up for those months that we can't get out. Well, I can't get out. I'll have to think of a better process, I guess you could say. I know you guys got videos of how to make sawtooth mat and all that. Excuse me. So anyway, I'm actually in just a phenomenal mood. What a relaxing day. It took a long time because I was being cautious. But let me show you the gold. It's funny because it's been right there the whole time, and every time I see it, I wonder to myself, is there gold in that? And well, I should say, since I started watching your guys' videos, because you guys do beach mining, that's what you're looking for. I'm always like, I don't know. And what it really was, I can guarantee you, a couple of years ago, there was no way I could pan this gold, because I was too new at it. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But I am so happy with what I found. There are no nugs, but I will say there's a beach nug. Oh yeah. Let me show you. So that's two buckets of easy digging. The hardest part about them was getting them up to my truck, and I completely destroyed, well, I kind of bent them back into shape. They were heavy, so maybe I won't quite fill them up that full next time. But I am super happy with that. What a great day. I'm so glad I did it. I was battling myself because I've been wanting to do it, and I was like, oh, you got to take advantage of the weather and get out there when you can. And I finally decided, I was like, no, I want to know what's in it. And then I didn't see anything in the sluices. And then when I did the dream mat, pan that back real quick, and I didn't see anything, I was like, oh my God, did I just waste all this time and everything? Which is not a waste. That's a bad word for me to use. It wasn't a waste. Blessing day. Blessing day. There's probably at least 200 nugs in there. Hey, thanks for watching and everything. I appreciate it. I broke over 300 subscribers. Bam, Lisa, I'm coming for you. So we're still shooting for that 500 this summer. Who knows, if this thing takes off, we'll figure it out later. But hopefully, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. You guys who do watch it, hit that thumbs up. Please leave a comment. I love comments. I try to get to them. Sometimes I'm just so tired, I see them and I'm like, oh. And I don't mean like it's bad. It's like, oh, I don't want to type when I'm so tired and everything. So I'll wait until the morning to do it. So don't get impatient with me answering, because I promise you I will see every comment, and if I can, I'll respond to everyone. Keep those videos coming. I love them. I could not have done this if it wasn't for you people who do beach mining. You know, you got Flower Gold Wizard, you got, hell, oh, don't swear. Well, who is it? Freedom Prospecting does it. There's a bunch. Washington Beach Mining, you know, he did do it, but Washington changed the regulations. Everybody seems to be kind of like playing around with it. So I joined the bandwagon on that one, and I am just so thankful for those videos. So again, hit that subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, but stay away from my nugs. Have a great weekend, everyone. Gold Rush 23.